Now at 5, police in Webb City arrest a man after a pursuit that ended in a crash. Plus, we're going to hear how a Southwest Missouri Christmas tree farm is faring so far this season, and how a Pittsburgh business is making sure our nation's troops can keep their feet warm this winter.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Webb City police last night arrested a man who led officers on a chase. This is KOAM News at 5. I'm Dow Quick. It started when officers spotted a man at a Casey's store wanted for outstanding felony warrants. The wanted man drove off in a van which went off the median at MacArthur, just east of the roundabout, before crashing into a culvert and catching fire. The man then ran away but was quickly caught by police. He was treated for non-life-threatening injuries. Authorities say he'll face additional charges from the chase. Area Christmas tree farms are feeling the sting from last summer's dry weather. Andy Johnson of Bridgestone Tree Farm says he's already seen an impact on his trees after 2 dry seasons in a row. He says customers are going to see an impact if this upcoming season is just as dry as the previous seasons.
We lost probably 75–80% of what we did plant, and so we just replant the next year and hope for the best. But that's 2 years in a row. If we don't get better conditions this next year, we probably will see a shortage in Christmas trees in 6 years.
Next year, Johnson is rebranding Bridgestone Christmas Tree Farm as the Johnson Family Farm. Not drought conditions, but it certainly has been dry. Chief Meteorologist Doug Heddy.
Yeah, and on Thursdays, our new drought tracker always comes out. So let's go ahead and zoom in, take a look. We're still dry, at least from I-44 north, Joplin to Pittsburgh. Really just our western counties are the areas that are dealing with kind of a more severe drought. Also Nevada points north, but our southern counties have been doing pretty good. But all around, we could use a little bit of rain. We do have some rain in the forecast, but not this evening. We look pretty good. It's just windy. It's super windy out there, and those winds have helped our temperatures warm into the 60s. Look at these south winds. 15, 20, 25. These are sustained. And then, of course, our gusts have been way up there, 35 upwards to 40 miles per hour at times. A wind advisory continues this evening until midnight for us tonight. So what is to come? We'll look at that here in just a bit.
See you soon. Investigators are searching for a motive following the deadly mass shooting at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas. A gunman killed 3 people, wounded another in the university's business school building yesterday. Omar Villafranca reports from Las Vegas.
New cell phone video shows students and staff at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas running from campus as Wednesday's mass shooting unfolded.
Everyone's just going through a hard time right now at the school.
UNLV student Matthew Felsenfeld captured police rushing in to confront the shooter after he opened fire on the 4th floor of the business school building, killing 3 people.
We're hearing sirens, we're getting text messages that this is not a joke, run, hide, fight.
CBS News has identified the shooter as 67-year-old Tony Polito, a former college professor who was denied a job at the university. Authorities say the gunman died in a shootout with 2 university detectives outside of the building.
If it hadn't been for the heroic actions of one of those police officers who responded, there could have been countless additional lives taken.
Late Wednesday, officials searched an apartment in Henderson, Nevada as part of their investigation. They also retrieved several electronic devices from the residence, including a cell phone to help determine a motive.
Everything has to be looked at. Why did this guy go there? How did he get in? Why wasn't he stopped beforehand? Were there any indicators?
As the investigation continues, all classes and academic-related activities at UNLV have been canceled through Sunday. Omar Villafranca, CBS News, Las Vegas.
That UNLV campus is just about 2 miles from the Mandalay Bay Resort on the Las Vegas Strip, the site of the deadliest mass shooting in modern U.S. history. According to the Gun Violence Archive, there have been more than 630 mass shootings in America this year. Ceremonies around the nation today commemorate the bombing of Pearl Harbor 82 years ago. A 21-bell salute for the fallen was held at the National World War II Memorial in Washington, D.C. The attack killed more than 2,300 service members, launching the United States into World War II. At the annual Pearl Harbor Memorial event in Hawaii, 102-year-old survivor Harry Chandler recalled the bombing.
I saw the bombs being dropped on the harbor because we overlooked the harbor completely. And I saw the Arizona going up, saw the Oklahoma turning. Then they put us all in trucks and drove us all down into the harbor, and we started saving people.
With each passing year, there are fewer survivors, of course. Chandler was one of 5 at the Hawaii ceremony. A shoe business in Pittsburgh is collecting socks to give to troops for Christmas. It's Shoe Sensation's 8th annual Socks for Troops fundraiser. All Shoe Sensation locations will collect socks and have socks available for customers to buy and donate at a discount. The socks collected from the Pittsburgh location will be donated to the local Kansas National Guard Armory.
Those folks are our friends and our family. It's really important, the work that they do for us, and so it's our company's way of giving back just a little bit to them for everything that they do and sacrifice for us.
Last year's Socks for Troops fundraiser collected more than 50,000 pairs of socks. A little bit later, stretching your Christmas budget.
Holiday shopping is in full swing, but experts say it pays to wait for some purchases. I'm Bradley Blackburn with when we could see the best deals on popular gifts.
And next in Health Watch, how one family is learning to celebrate the holidays while navigating a rare disease. Topping today's Health Watch, the National Transportation Safety Board yesterday held its first summit to address pilot mental health. Comes one day after the FAA announced a new committee could suggest changes to rules following a pilot for Alaska Airlines allegedly trying to turn off the engines of a plane mid-flight. A study surveying pilot mental health found more than 12% of commercial pilots showed signs of depression, with more than 4% reporting suicidal thoughts. Here's a reason why young people should consider putting down their smartphones. A study looked at 50,000 adolescents in Korea. It finds those who use their device more than 4 hours a day have a higher rate of adverse mental health and substance abuse, including higher rates of stress and thoughts of suicide. The study notes that there is growing evidence some daily internet use in moderation could be associated with better physical and mental health for that group. This holiday season's extra special for a Pennsylvania family learning to live with a rare disease. New research is allowing the family to enjoy the holiday with their little girl like they never have before. Stephanie Stahl has more.
You do that one first.
This is the first holiday that 7-year-old Emma Watson has known and enjoyed.
It's like we're brand new parents.
Emma has a rare genetic form of epilepsy called Dravet syndrome that causes a constellation of developmental delays.
She didn't speak for all 6 years.
Nicole Watson says Emma was 4 months old when she had her first seizure and stopped breathing.
And we had no idea what had happened to her. It was the scariest moment in my life. It was the start of our life.
It became a life filled with medical fears. The seizures kept happening, and there was no diagnosis from doctors.
They just kept saying, kids have seizures. It's not a big deal. It's never going to happen again. You knew as a mom that was not normal. You knew this was not normal.
The family switched doctors and finally learned through genetic testing what was wrong.
Dravet syndrome, seizures, and what goes along with it usually changes every year.
Because it's so rare, research and treatments are limited, something Nicole is working to change by raising awareness and funding.
That is Bella.
Bella. Hi, Bella. Emma is now on a new medication that's reduced the seizures and made her more aware and functional. This Christmas is a whole new revelation.
Now this year, she is so excited. The new medication that Emma just started that really helped her quality of life last year was just approved.
This will be a Christmas filled with toys and new beginnings for the Percy family, grateful for the strides Emma is making.
She's where she's supposed to be for Emma.
And this holiday season, they have a simple wish, that it's picture perfect. Stephanie Stahl, CBS News.
There is no cure for Dravet syndrome, but the Watson family hopes research will lead to better treatments. Light therapy appears to improve some of the symptoms associated with Alzheimer's. That's according to researchers in China who analyzed data on about 600 patients. They discovered light therapy significantly improved sleep efficiency, along with alleviating patients' depression and agitation. That is a look at today's health news. A little bit later, what a new report shows about business hiring during the month of November.
And these strong winds outside are going to usher in some showers, even a few thunderstorms. We're going to look at that coming up. Well, of course, super windy outside for us today, but also mild. First day in quite some time. We've shot well into the 60s for afternoon highs. Pretty much clear skies. Nice shot. This is Indigo Sky Casino and Resort. Of course, Indigo is just southwest of Seneca, Missouri, and it looks good if you're going to be out. Now, it's going to be windy. Wind advisories continue until midnight tonight. It's going to stay windy even Friday and Saturday. We're just below the criteria of the wind advisory. Today, we've been getting those gusts kind of in that 40, upwards to 45 miles per hour. Look at our sustained winds at about 20, upwards to 25. And then you add the gusts on top of that, and we've been 40, 42, 44 at times throughout the afternoon hours. So let's go through time. Here's our wind gusts. They calmed down a little bit, but still near 30 after midnight for us tonight. Calm down a little bit more tomorrow afternoon. Still windy, winds gusting 20 to 25. Not as bad northwestern counties because you guys are laying on a front, which is going to be pushing through. And then by Saturday, we get northwesterly winds. This usher in cooler air, but still we're going to have those northerly winds gusting kind of in that 20 upwards to 30 mile per hour range. Check out the temps, mid 60s. Across the board. Let's go outside. Here's 7th. Here's range line 64. South winds at 26. Latest gust 36. Visibility is looking pretty good through the evening hours. Very windy, but these winds keep our temperatures up. We only drop back into lower 50s later on tonight. Clouds are going to increase after midnight. This is ahead of our next storm system. Not too much right now across Central Plains, but you can see this system developing from western North Dakota all the way back into northern parts of California. But watch this system track out. It's coming out in two pieces. So the first piece shoots across the northern plains, second piece down through parts of Texas. That means energy north, energy south. Watch it as we go through the weekend. Kind of splits around us so we don't get the brunt of that system as it rolls through. Next week, zonal flow. We'll watch another system dip out and then head toward us late next week. So let's focus on the first one, which will affect us tomorrow. Clouds increase. We stay in the 50s. Scattered showers start to pop up. Here's early afternoon. Southern counties, you're right back into the 60s. Hit and miss showers throughout the afternoon. This is 3, 4, 5 p.m. Let's go to about 8:30. A few scattered thunderstorms, especially on the Missouri side, try to pop up and then push off toward the east, and then they're gone. So obviously we're not going to have very much widespread rain. Even the areas that do pick up rain, you're not going to pick up much. Maybe a tenth, maybe a quarter of an inch, and that is just about it. Day planner 55 in the morning, 60 by noon. Showers picking up in the afternoon. High temp right around 61. Cooler on Saturday, high of only 50 and a high of only 45 on Sunday. So the weekend is going to be chilly. Back into the 50s Monday and Tuesday. Rain chances back in late next week.
Yeah, it's going to be chilly. It's going to be windy, but a good night to stay inside and enjoy your birthday, Douglas.
Well, thank you, sir. 45. My gosh.
I wasn't going to give you give a number. You're still a kid, relatively speaking.
Yes.
Thanks, Doug. Coming up, if you've been delaying your holiday shopping, well, it might pay off. We're going to learn when you can expect the very best deals. Topping today's Consumer Watch, U.S. companies scaled back hiring in November, adding only 103,000 people to payrolls. That's according to paycheck company ADP. The figures are evidence of a cooling labor market, which could help tamp down inflation. Tomorrow, the Labor Department is going to release a more comprehensive jobs number for November. Americans might not be happy with the economy, but they still do plan to open their wallets this holiday season. According to a Gallup poll this week, consumers are estimating they're going to spend an average of $975 on gifts this year. That's $100 more than they predicted a year ago. It's also the highest average holiday shopping budget since Gallup began tracking the measure back in 1999. The holiday shopping frenzy is well underway, but if you're just starting to work on your list, well, there's some good news. Shopping experts say some of the best deals of the season are still to come. Bradley Blackburn has a look at the calendar.
Yeah, these are nice.
For shoppers like Melissa Reeves, grabbing gifts for the holidays starts early.
Mission accomplished.
Really early.
I'm almost done. I start Christmas shopping in July.
But millions of Americans are just starting and looking for deals.
40% and more will definitely get my attention.
If you missed the discounts offered during Black Friday and Cyber Monday, expert shopper Kyle James says there's good news.
Oftentimes, the closer you get to Christmas, the more money you're going to save.
He's been tracking the calendar for years at ratherbeshopping.com and says there are key dates to know. Friday, December 8th could see the best deals on tools and hardware with discounts of 20 to 30%. Saturday, December 9th is good for tech like laptops and also for toys. But don't wait if you need a specific toy.
Typically, the longer you wait on the hot stuff, a lot of times you're going to end up on eBay, paying a premium.
December 14th is big for apparel and shoes as stores offer discounts and free shipping in time for Christmas.
If you wait till the 15th, 16th, you might have to pay a premium for shipping, or you might have to just pay the regular shipping fee, which is in many cases $7, $8.
And if you've bought your gifts already, don't forget about price adjustments. Many retailers will give you money back if you see an item go on sale later.
My thing is, the more you save, the more gifts you can get for yourself.
Savings advice that's a gift to every shopper this season. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
Another pro tip, experts say before you check out online, use the store's chat feature to ask for a discount or free shipping. Sometimes they'll offer a promo code that isn't published elsewhere. The Federal Trade Commission is urging a U.S. appeals court to block Microsoft's recent $69 billion purchase of video game publisher Activision Blizzard. The FTC believes a lower court judge was too deferential to Microsoft's promises about the future of the game Call of Duty when she allowed the deal to close this year. An attorney for Microsoft said the judge's ruling made clear factual findings that the world will be better with the merger than without. ChatGPT has a new competitor. Google has launched its new artificial intelligence model, Gemini. The company says it understands more and with a greater degree of nuance compared to Google's prior technology. Customers who use Google's chatbot Bard and Pixel 8 Pro smartphone will get to try out a less sophisticated version of Gemini immediately. A more advanced version is going to roll out early next year and eventually to Google's search engine. Final check of the forecast up next. Up next on the CBS Evening News, how a community in Georgia is fighting efforts to turn its town into an upscale vacation destination. Then on KOAM News at 6, we're going to hear more from a local Christmas tree farm about the record sales they're seeing this year and about concerns about years ahead. Plus, you can help the SDK Humane Society get some much needed supplies this holiday season. And Pitt State officially introduces its new head football coach, Tom Anthony. Stay with us. CBS Evening News, KOAM News at 6. If next year were a color, what color would it be? Well, according to Pantone Color Institute, the answer is peach fuzz. Its self-proclaimed color experts describe the hue as peaceful and serene. They call it a warm, cozy, even tactile answer to the world's turmoil. It's also in, they say, with fashion designers and Hollywood stars. Pantone says it uses psychology to pick a top color each year. The fact that fashion is predictable, Doug, makes me a little bit suspect that maybe fashion isn't a matter of our taste. Maybe it's an influence of others who have an interest, maybe a marketing interest, in telling us what we're going to like next year. That's just a theory I have.
That's a pretty good theory.
Okay.
All right, but my theory is it's going to stay windy as we go through the evening hours for us tonight. 61 tomorrow, few showers during the afternoon.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you right back here on KOAM News at 6. Let's make it a great evening.